This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only.
Secretary Rice returns to the Middle East for the 8th time in 2 years. Why is Bush's plan winning support from Arab nations? Has Secretary Rice been preparing US allies for what might become the next war? All this and more on Link TV's Mosaic Intelligence Report.
Speak softly and carry a big stick. This is how some Arab commentators have been describing U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice's recent visit to the Middle East. Secretary Rice has wrapped up a Middle East tour aimed at winning support for President Bush's new Iraq strategy. She hoped to move forward, perhaps even accelerate the roadmap peace plan that was supposed to lead to the creation of a Palestinian state. But her latest visit to Israel and the Palestinian territories has been referred to as a dose of morphine for those who care about this topic. When it comes to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, very little is going to change. The Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert is consumed more with his own political survival than with serious peace negotiations. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, distracted with his internal power struggle with Hamas, has not been able to put his house in order. Also, with 2 years left in office, Iraq will take most of President Bush's energies. So what were the real reasons behind Secretary Rice's recent trip to the region? The rise of Iraq's Shia Muslims alarms many Sunni Arabs. And behind the newly empowered Iraqi Shia, Arabs see the hand of Shia Iran. This Shia revival is perhaps the single biggest unintentional consequence of George Bush's decision to invade Iraq, and is making neighboring states nervous not only of Iran, but also of the bloodshed on their doorsteps. Iraq has become a base for Sunni extremists who despise Gulf rulers, especially the Saudis. Therefore, the foreign ministers of 6 Gulf states, Egypt and Jordan, concerned that the chaos in Iraq could spread to the entire region, immediately expressed their backing for the deployment of more U.S. troops in Iraq. But as Secretary Rice was making her rounds in the region, the USS John C. Stennis was deployed to the Middle East. This means that 2 U.S. aircraft carriers will now be placed in the volatile Gulf region for the first time since the Iraq War broke out in March 2003. Has Secretary Rice been preparing U.S. allies for what might become the next war? The new strategy Bush referred to in his latest speech is not addressed at Iraq. It is actually a new strategy for Iran. This was the gist of a recent editorial in Qatar's Al Watan newspaper. In Al Ahram, the largest Egyptian newspaper, someone wrote, "Those who maintain that the US won't consider launching another war in the region, this time against Iran, are simply fooling themselves. The war is coming." Condoleezza Rice's recent trip has been making everyone nervous. And many have been wondering if there is a real strategy behind Mr. Bush's publicly stated plan. A strategy that many believe reads like a tragedy in the making. I'm Jamal Dajani for the Mosaic Intelligence Report. To learn more about this program or to share your thoughts, visit us at linktv.org/mosaic.
This program was brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only U.S. television network devoted to global and national news, with uncompromising documentaries and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.